my name is Kiara and today we are going to be discussing gender. We will start off with the scene between a newly wedded Muslim husband and wife. The couple argues over the fact that the wife, Yasmin, has decided that she would like to start applying to university to become a doctor. The husband, Ridwan, opposes the idea and believes that she should rather stay at home, be a wife, cook and clean, and look after the children.
Assalamu alaikum, Yasmin.
Walaikum salam, Ridwan. How are you?
Well, thanks myself. How's your day?
Alhamdulillah, how was work?
Yo, same old stressful stuff. Just the same
Salam.
thing. Assalamu little boy. Yeah, so what's for supper?
About that, but I think we should go play. Listen, I didn't manage to cook today. I had quite a bit on my mind.
So you expect us to eat what?
I'll try and then get something quickly organized. But firstly, I'd like to discuss with you. I've been thinking of going to university.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I'd like to study medicine.
Okay, are you sick or something?
No, but I would like to be a doctor.
Okay, and this is coming from where?
It's just been playing on my mind for a while. I had very good marks when I finished school, and I think I can qualify to get into university.
No, there's no doubt about you qualifying about getting into university. The fact is, will you go to university?
Would I?
Because we have agreed that when we got married, you would play your role and I would play my role. I'm the provider and you would do your role. So I don't understand why we're switching up.
I just want to educate myself.
But you're not stupid.
Yes, but I want to be a doctor.
So then explain to me this, right? When I come home from work and you're going to be working a doctor's job and you work 24-hour shifts and stuff, who's look after the children? Who's going to feed me? Who's going to look after me?
I will still do my duties, but as a wife.
How? When you're going to have to be looking after sick people and here you can't even look after your own husband making supper after days of work, but you look after sick people. Please tell me how that's going to work.
Ridwan, I just really want to do this for myself.
Give me a reason why this is a good
What
idea.
if you walk out on me tomorrow? Look at Sharifa from the masjid. Her husband left her with 4 children.
Sharifa's husband is a harami. Like, you comparing me to Sharifa's husband?
What
Have
if
I
you do
not
the
said,
same
have I
thing?
not?
What if you do the same thing to me?
And what if I
have
don't?
nothing to show for myself.
And what if I don't? I've been here from the day I promised you I would be here, and I'm still here and I'm doing what I'm supposed to
You won't
do.
do
Why can you
it.
not do what you're supposed to do?
I am, but I would also like to do more.
Islamically, you are supposed to obey me and do as I say, right?
Yes.
So if I say there's no university, there's no university, let's do it.
Okay.
So can I get that?
Okay.
To show you the diversity of women, next we will hear what it may be like to be a Christian who has a qualified degree, a well-earning job, as well as a husband who has a job and a career as well.
Hello,
Good morning.
how are you?
Good on yourself. How's work?
It's okay. Interesting.
Okay, you want to tell me about it?
Yeah, so my boss wrote me
Okay.
and he says he would like to offer me a promotion.
Really? That is such good news.
Yes, but I was thinking that maybe I should study it, like maybe do a course or maybe just another 1 year.
Oh God, it's good. You do exactly what you feel you need to do for your life. And I'm proud of you, I'm proud of everything that you've become so far. You really are, you do make me proud.
Yes, and it will be better for us and things like this.
Yeah, elevate.
Sure.
So, have you thought about how you're going to do it, what you'd like to do?
But I have to do it part-time because I have to get one during the day, so maybe I have to classes in the afternoon, so
No, that's fine. I totally support you and you need help in there.
thank you so much.
And it's okay if you tend to hinder away from the stuff that you usually do, like cook and stuff. It's perfectly fine. I understand where you're coming from and this is for the betterment of you and us. So,
No, and you can also pick up the
no, true, and then I believe we should also we should look for a new house as well.
yeah, we actually can with the promotion.
No, that's good. You see, no, I'm really, really happy for you. Like, that's good.
So what do you like for supper?
What I like is a bath, man, whatever you like. Can we not just take out or something?
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, the yellow.
So the two skits that we have just seen showed us the difference between the conflict theory and the functionalist. Now we'll be looking at gender on a whole, as well as what do the functionalist and the conflict theory say about gender. So Tess, what is gender?
Okay, we tend to think that becoming a man or a woman is a natural process. But according to sociologists, it means that male and female are influenced by what is considered by masculine or feminine. Okay, in other words, gender refers to the social aspects of differences or hierarchies between male and females. Gender also involves social classification based on one's identity, behavior, and interaction with others. In most societies, men enjoy a share of most social resources.
Thank you, Tess. Taryn, what does the conflict theory tell us about gender, and what would be a critique?
Well, conflict theory states that men cling to power, making it difficult for women who are oppressed to gain equal access to power and resources. We see this in homes where men or husbands feel inferior if they earn less than their wives. They feel that if their wives are too independent, she will not lead them. Likewise, in the workplace, women are expected to do jobs for women. While they hang on to the superior positions, women also get paid less than men. Women are now becoming aware of their rights and are fighting back. Before, women were not welcome into the workplace. They are now allowed to work. Women weren't allowed to do the jobs they paid well. Women have proven over time that they can do the jobs which were previously labeled for men. They still do not get paid the same salaries as men do, but they are fighting to achieve this, or to overcome this, should we say. As many inequalities there are today, women are still striving and progressing towards this equality.
Thank you, Taryn. Amanda, what can you tell us about the functionalist view on gender as well as the critique?
Okay. Well, the functionalist perspective of gender is actually a bit different because it suggests that gender roles exist to maximize social efficiency. Now, these inequalities exist as an efficient way to create a division of labor or a social system in which a particular segment of the population is clearly responsible for certain acts of labor. Now, another segment is clearly responsible for other labor acts. Like, just for example, males previously had to do the hard labor, while females concentrated on childbearing and the housekeeping, basically. This theory also highlights that these gender divisions will bring about stability, but underplays the power issues that could actually take place. Women today are educating themselves and they're becoming more and more independent. They are doing equal work to men, they're demanding equal pay and have less time to keep the house, which is leading them to expect to share household chores like the cleaning, the washing, the ironing, all those activities with the men who don't even consider this way of thinking only because of society.
Thank you, Amanda.
So, from the skits that we have just watched, we have described to you what your conflict theory is and what your functionalist theory is. But to give you a better insight, we've got a poster here to describe to you the difference between a conflict theory and a functionalist theory. On your conflict theory side of the poster, you will see that the male is your home provider. He brings in the bread, and he tends to like the bread to be buttered as well by his wife. 9 out of 10%. Here on your left and my right, you'll see that clearly a woman's position is to be in the kitchen. It is her duty to cook and provide for her husband and to make sure that he is well fed. At the bottom here, you will find that she's also meant to stay at home, look after the children, make sure that their homework is done, and just she has to be the mother bear of everything. Generally, in the conflict theory, the female stays at home and the male goes out into the work environment and brings back in the cash. Here at the bottom, you'll also find in the conflict theory that you'll find workplaces that are predominantly male dominated. Also here below, you'll find that in the conflict theory, a male and a female already has designated jobs for them. For example, the female is to stay at home and she is to cook, iron and clean, whereas on her mind she ponders about what it would be like to be a male in the society. And a male sits at home. So according to the conflict theory, in the 17th century, the role of a female in society was to maintain silence in public. She was to give an unstinting obedience to the father and her husband if they were not in the same household. And she was given the role of an obedient wife. Nowhere in here does it state that a female was allowed to do as she pleases. Also in the 17th century, the responsibility and the role of a male was to be the governor of his family and his household. He was given the role of dominance and control, as well as he was given the opportunity to be a tradesman, a craftsman, or a merchant. So on the side of the functionalist theory, above on the poster, it expresses many different feelings. In the first picture, you will find that there's a female standing in a man's suit. She obviously comes from a corporation where she is liberated and she works. She earns a salary. Yes, she's sitting at home with her kid on the side. She's cooking for her child. That portrays that a female can work and play. She can look after her family yet earn a salary. On the second picture here, we have a female with a safety hat on. A safety hat is generally something you'd find in a male-dominated society where they dominate over those types of careers. This just goes to show that a female can do as she pleases and what she wants to do. In this picture below, we have a lady who is plumbing. She's fixing a pipe. So on the functional side, it shows that a female can do everything that a man can do and more. Here in this picture we have a male and a female standing alongside each other, and they're both doctors. They both have the same qualifications, they both work at the same hospital, they both earn the same salary. So it is possible for a male and female to do the same job. In this picture we have a picture of the husband holding the baby and the wife going off to work. There's nothing wrong with this view. These things happen. It is the 21st century, and according to the functionalist theory, these things are possible. A woman can go out and be the breadwinner, and the guy can stay at home and look after the kids. There's nothing wrong with that. There is no stereotypes that should be placed upon this. At the bottom in the last picture we have for you is a picture of a male and a female symbol on a scale which is equal. It proves that a male and a female can do the same thing. They can earn the same salary. They can, and they can. Thank you.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We now have discussed what gender is, as well as what the functionalists and conflict theory say about gender and their critiques. Thank you for watching our video, and we trust that you've enjoyed it.